Hey everyone. So in this video we're going to see how to publish the reports in Jenkins as well as in SonarQube. So we are not going to go in detail like how to generate the report, or we have a separate video for that. That is the demo videos for like how to generate the code coverage for programs which is based on Python, Golang, Kotlin and Shift programming languages. So you can go ahead and watch that videos. But so once we generate the report, for example, let's say like we have this Django CMS project, and here is a report that was generated, HTML report. So if I open this at the high level, you can see that what is a code coverage and those details. So along with this, RKTracer tool will also generate a XML file and SonarQube XML files. So we are going to feed this XML file, and we are going to install the plugin for in the Jenkins, RKTracer plugin in the Jenkins, and we are going to publish the report. So how do we do that? For example, if you see this RKTracer.xml that has been generated here, and then what we are going to do is we need to go back to this Jenkins, and before we proceed to that, so let's make sure that we need to make sure that we have installed this RKTracer plugin for the Jenkins, and let's go ahead and see like how to do it. For example, manage Jenkins, manage plugins, installed. Now let me go ahead and search RKTracer. Now okay, now you can see that this is the plugin that we have installed in the Jenkins. So once we install this, then you need to go to the project configuration here, and if you have some setup to automate the complete build process, you can go ahead and do that. But at the end of this one, when you click on this post build actions, and you should be able to see like a publish RKTracer coverage report here. Okay, this is the one. I think I'm not able to highlight that. Okay, this is the one. So basically it says that publish RKTracer coverage report. So once we enable this, then we can just give the path of this XML file. So you can see that this is a Django CMS project which I was talking about, for which the code coverage was generated. Now all I need to do is just point out this the XML file and just save it, and just the next step would be just go ahead and trigger the build. So if you have completely automated the process from building the project to running the test cases and to generate the report, then once you click on this build now, then obviously as a last step you should be able to generate the report, and the report code coverage reports will get published in the Jenkins project dashboard. For example, let's say like this is the latest build which we are triggered now. So now we will be able to see this is the trend lines that we see over the period of time, now if there is any changes in the code coverage. Now if you see this, if I just go ahead and click on this, now you can see that this is the report that has been generated and uploaded by RKTracer. Now we have different options here, but if you go for the RKTracer HTML report, we'll get lots of options. For example, let's say like let me go back here and open this report, and for example, let's say let me go for one of the configuration file here, global settings. Yeah, so if I go for this file, I think I'm able to get some of the options. Not this one, let me choose the dispatch. Okay, let me go for this. Now this is one of the report. Now if I see this, you'll get more detailed information, like with the pie chart explaining what is the percentage of covered, and with the table here giving the overview of the code coverage, basically covered, partial, missed, and what is the total analysis, all those details. On top of it, if you want to see more detailed about this information at any given point of time, so just right click on this and go for function summary, and you will be able to get the information about the function and the coverage summary. So once we publish the report for this, now we can see that this is the one. Now let's say I'll go and select one of the file which is having very good number. Okay, let me go for this folder, Basically the coverage report what you are seeing at the folder level or directories. Okay, now let me go ahead and select this, and you can see that there are this many files. Now what you are seeing is at the file level, coverage breakdown by file, and this is the path that you see on the screen, and this is the number of files, a total number of files with percentage, how many files is having the code coverage, and this is the one which is not having the code coverage. Basically there is no executable lines here. Now let me go back here. Now you can see that this is the functions, how many functions, total number of lines of lines in this file, in this folder, sorry, the number of statements and MCDC and multi-condition code coverage, and this is the condition, number of conditions that is been covered. For example, let's say like, let me go ahead and check this checks.py. If I just click on this, it's going to first list out all the functions here. So you'll be able to see the code coverage at the function level. Basically this file is having this many functions, okay, and it's going to list out all the functions, and it's at the function level it's going to show us the coverage here. But if you scroll down, there are I guess around like how many functions do we have here? Okay, around 59 functions. So few of them are having that zero code coverage. So when you scroll down, we are going to get this source file, a source view here, same as like what we saw it in the scene in the HTML report. Now if I scroll down, I think you should be able to see like the color coding which says that green covered, red the line was not executed, and if it's partial, if only one condition was executed, you should be able to see it in the yellow color. But you won't be able to get that option where right click, get the summary. Apart from that, you should be able to see all the information here. For example, let's say like I want to just see, now just let's imagine that I'm just hovering over here, and now I want to see the code coverage for this file, and I want to see the source view of this function. Just click on this and it's going to take you to that function. So this is the function, okay, so it will directly jump into that function, and you should be able to see the code coverage with the detailed information. So this is how we need to publish the reports to the Jenkins. And if you are completely automated the process where you want to build the project and run the test cases and then generate the code coverage, we can completely automate the process with the by integrating RKTracer code coverage tool with the build. Now let's go ahead and see like how to generate the or how to publish the reports to the SonarQube. Okay, from the screen you can see that already we have published the report for this prime example that you see on the screen. But let's take a different project. Since we took for Python, we'll go for the Golang here. Now let me go back here and let me go ahead and select this Hugo master. For this is the open source, one of the open source framework for which we generated the report. Now we have a property file here, sonar scanner property file with information and source file and the file. Basically we are saying that it's a Golang, and this is the XML file that we are going to feed it as a report, a code coverage report. Now if we go back to the configuration, so let me go ahead and create a new project here. Okay, create a project, and I will say I'll go for this Hugo itself, and let me select the same one here, create, close. Let me go here and Hugo and generate a token. Okay, I think already we have this. Okay, let me go ahead and create a new one. Okay, now continue. Now what I'll do is there are different ways to publish the report, but I'll go with the simple options that we see on the screen. I'm going to select this, select Linux, and just copy this. Okay, and just go back here. Now this is the Hugo master, and before we go there, now you can see that Okay, there is no report here. Now first thing that I need to do is I need to make sure that, okay, let me generate results. From my screen you can see that there is no report, RKTracer report folder here. Let me go back here and I will say quick start and RK coverage. Okay, that is the input to the file. So you can go ahead and watch a demo. We have a separate demo video for this, so you can just see like how to integrate and how to generate the report, or like how to generate the code coverage report. Now let me go ahead and press enter. Now it says that it's reading the data from this file and it's going to generate the report. So basically it took almost 5 seconds to analyze this many files and to generate the report. Now it also gives us this total seconds is around like 10 seconds for creating the complete HTML file. Because it depends on multiple factors, I can just go ahead and click and open this file and I should be able to see the code coverage here. This is same as like what we saw earlier. For example, let's say like let me go ahead and minimize this. Excuse me. Now, so this is the report that has been generated here, and I can just list out this. You can see the time. Okay. Now, if I go here, you should be able to also see the SonarQube. Okay. This is the file we are going to feed it to SonarQube, and we should be able to we should be able to publish the reports. This is for Jenkins. Now let me go ahead and minimize this and let me paste this, and the one that I copied here, okay, from here, and let me go back to the dashboard. You can see that there is nothing here. Okay, now let me go ahead and press enter. So it's going to take the time depends on number of files that is getting analyzed and on multiple factors. So once the analysis is completed, then automatically the report code coverage report will get published to the SonarQube. Okay, so I guess the analysis has been completed. Now it can see that it has taken this as an input. Okay, parsing, and if you remember, it has imported this many files, so I guess we should be able to have that log here. Yeah, this is the one. Okay, and it was how many files? Okay, this many files that is published to the SonarQube. Now let me go ahead and minimize this and go back to this SonarQube dashboard. Now you can see that. Let me go ahead and refresh. Okay, you can see that the code coverage is published here. Let me go here. And we have around like 17% of the code coverage. If we just click on this, you can see the code coverage here. I think most of the files is not having a code coverage, so probably lines covered or something. Let me go here. For view, code coverage. Let me scroll down and find one file which is having a good lines of coverage here. So if I go here, now you can see that you can see like these lines are fully covered and this lines has been not covered. So you should be able to get the complete information here in terms of code coverage, but we won't be able to publish the same report that you see over here. For example, this is the report for Golang project. So for example, if I just click and open this report, HTML report, you should be able to see the detailed information. For example, let's say let me go ahead and see this file. So in the HTML report that is generated by the RKTracer, so you should be able to see the complete information, like what is covered and what is not, and the conditions, multi-conditions, those details, even the summary. But here we won't be able to show that information because this feature is restricted in the SonarQube. So you should be able to see the coverage report here, and so this is how we need to publish the code coverage reports to the SonarQube Uh, okay, I hope like you enjoyed this video, and if you have any questions, please get in touch with us at info@rkvalidate.com. Thank you. Have a nice day.